Yes, I have you down, Mazy. It's nice to see you. I've been trying to write comments to your comments, but for some reason there's an error every time. So I'll have to figure out how to get you those comments. Can everybody hear me? Hi. Speak so well. Can you hear me? I want to make sure that yes. Okay, you can hear me. Awesome. Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well. If you've joined, I'm happy to see you. Hi, Dusty Circuits. Zane. Hi, Zane. Let's see. Great. So I'm going to get some energy to get the flow going. I've been not around a lot lately, so we'll see how things go today. I hope everybody's doing really well. It's raining here today, which is, it's a nice rainy day. Not too bad. Hi, E. Yes, YouTube is strange. Thank you, Dusty. Zane, I'm not sure which one you'd rather go by. I've been doing really well, and I've been shuffling those cards now. No, nothing wants to come out, so let's try a different card. I'll try these. We're just going to get some energy, and then I'll get to you guys. I already have a list going. So we got the Temple, the Empty Room, and the Healer. Okay, so to me, this is saying that a lot of us are feeling like we've let go of a lot of things, a lot of people, situations that no longer work for us. And it's kind of created a vacuum, an empty space. And we're forgetting that that leaves room within our temple to create. We can heal ourselves now that we have space to really focus on ourselves. Like healing ourselves is more important actually than healing other people, because if we have triggers that come up when we're interacting with people, that's just a reminder that those are places that we need to heal. If you get really agitated or upset or anxious about something, or it makes you feel defensive, that's a reminder that there's some place in this room, in who you are, in your temple, that needs to be healed. And you are the best person to do that. You can get assistance from people, you can get advice, learn things and techniques, just like any healer would, but focusing on yourself. I'm just reading what everybody... Oh, you're having a terrible day? Oh, okay. I'll put you, I think you're number 6 on the list, E. Okay. Let's see. So, I don't know if that registered to anyone, but hiya, Amir. Okay, I'm going to get just a few cards for the collective on top of that. So we have the Queen of Swords. This is like really sitting in your authority, your truth, but being kind about it. Like, you know, if it was the King of Swords, it would be sitting in your truth, but being kind of cold about it and pushing people away. But this is knowing the truth and using it to help yourself interact with other people. I mean, we are a community, we are a collective, we are all part of this world. So using your truth and your information and your knowledge to further your connection with other people is really going to help you at this time. A lot's going on. We have another super moon. We've had, I think, now 4 super moons in the course of, you know, they've been concurrent. So that's a lot of energy. And then we're also having Pluto move out of Capricorn, which is establishments and set parameters, into Aquarius for 20 years on the 19th. So to me, that's saying that we're moving away from all these structures and things that we have in our life that are keeping us in one place. We're going to be freed of that. It will result probably in a lot of towers, which can be startling. It can be the foundation of who you are and what you believe and what you hold on to. going away or being destroyed so that you can actually see that you have kind of an open field. You have like a foundation that can be built on. And it might have been limited by the structures and stuff you've had in your life for the last like 16 years. That's a lot. Oh, in 2015, there were 4 supermoons. Oh my gosh, that makes a lot of sense. 2015 was a very pivotal year of change. And it was hard for a lot of people, but it ended up leading to really bad things. Things we saw were going to be the end of our society, at least here in the United States. But we saw as actually an opportunity for more of us to get involved and find people we resonate in our passions in life. So after the Queen of Swords, you got the Page of Swords. So I kind of really like this because you're using that information, that truth, that knowledge that you have right now. And instead, you know, of being really stuck in your way of thinking, you're being very open. And like the Page energy is a more open, adventurous, like taking these ideas and expanding on them. She's got the little ball right here, this idea right in front of her, and here it's kind of up in the air. You're not making strict like rules about, you know, this is Swords energy again, like that Aquarius, that air energy. And so you're not stuck on things you used to believe. The truth is a little more up in the air. Like, what is true? What are you feeling? And are you feeling it because of something that's happening or something that it's triggering? Oh, wow. Thank you very much. For my exams. Okay, I think I put you down as number 7. So I will put a note there. Hi, Millie Bean. That is so cute. That used to be my child's nickname. Hey, Olga. Okay, so I'm going to start with the, since I got some energy, what's going on with the collective, I'm going to go into doing some individual pull field cards for you guys and see what comes out. The first person, I don't know if she's here, is Kate. She goes by Kate or Kathleen. So if she ends up showing up later, I will, I'll say that she was the first reading. Okay, Kate, what is your energy? Oh, well, I have, from the list, I have Kate, then Kirsten from Germany, then Dusty Circuit Zane, then Olga, then Mazy, then E, then Amir, and then if you have a list after that, I will go on to those. So I just, those are the people that went into the chat of the comment of the community post and put their names down. So I want to make sure that I cover them. Hi, Nick. Nice to meet you too. Hi, Vosha. Hopefully I said that right. Okay, so this is for Kate. Kate, you start off with the 10 of Swords. To me, that's kind of a good thing because this is, the only way you can go from here is up. Like the 10 of Swords is an ending to everything. Oh, Firefly, I have you number 2. So the 10 of Swords is like, you can't help but rise from this. This is the end. Like whatever happened, it was final. It was complete. There's no arguing with it. There's no going back. It is the end. The 10 is the completion. But also it can go to a new beginning because sometimes things have to end in order for us to start anew. We can't stay in the same place and actually have growth. So growth can be extremely painful. Temperance. Okay. So with this ending, you're being asked, or you are showing temperance in your reaction to this ending. You're using your tempered energy to move, to move forward. And, okay, so the fact that it just flipped onto these cards, I want to get some more information before I give too much on the energy I'm getting. today, Ferris, are you saying today is your birthday? Creamy moon. That is really awesome. Okay, devil energy. So 10 of swords. This is for Kate. 10 of swords, temperance, and the devil. And this is interesting because this is 14 and then 15. So, okay. So you're moving on from something that has ended. It has ended in a way that is very final. It may have not felt very good. It actually probably didn't. It hurt a lot. But instead of acting out of this pain, you used your internal temperance, your internal fortitude in order to not act in the way that this person acted. And that is leading to being successful over a test. You were basically given a test, and this person came in, did something to you, really hurt you, destroyed something fundamental to who you were. But this was a test to see how you would respond. Would you act in your devil energy? Would you act out of impulse, or would you act with temperance? And what I see here is you acted with temperance, and you didn't react the way this person wanted you to, and so you're moving away from them. You faced this in a way that other people might not have, and you passed the test. So yeah, I don't know what it was, but this is too short of a reading to get too far into it. So next is Firefly, which is Kirsten from Germany. Hi from California. Germany, it looks like a beautiful place to go. I've always wanted to go to Europe. I've not traveled a great deal except in the United States and Canada, but this world is beautiful and wonderful, and I think we have so much to explore here. So who's next? Kirsten, you got the Justice card. And this is like my oldest deck. So I wanted to use it today because I saw another reader use it today. And I was like, oh, yeah. So you got the Justice card. And I love this card because it's a very traditional card in this deck, but it's also got its own little flair. As usual, the Justice card has the scales, it has a sword, and it has a bird. This is all in the 2 pillars. So this is saying balanced energy, things will balance out, the truth will come out. Sometimes that's not an easy thing to find out. We always say we want the truth, but that famous line, you want the truth, you can't handle the truth. We'll see how your energy accepts this. There's another person from Germany. Oh, awesome. Oh, hi, alycat. I got to make sure I put you on the list because you were here last time and I didn't get to you. So this is great. So these cards are all upright. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the 5 of Cups. And in this 5 of Cups, what I really see is like, yeah, you're turning away from these spilled cups. But see, here's the pillars again. And you're actually going towards this light, this justice. So you're not hiding or focusing on this old past energy. You're instead going towards the light because you realize, because this card came flipped upside down, the 5 of Wands, that what's going on is just meant to distract you. It's just faux issues. Things look scarier than they are. And actually, if you follow your own internal justice, if you go towards the light, you'll be fine. You'll avoid all this turmoil. So whatever's going on, I would just, keep to your own energy. I would follow what feels right to you, not just anxiety. Here's the 5 of Swords too. So it's like saying, pick wisely. Pick what's true to you. Don't just go with what someone tells you is true. Really sit in your own justice. So next is Zane, Dusty Circuits. I love your name. It is just so great. It reminds me of all those movies from the 80s about like batteries not included and stuff like that. It's just, there's so much. There were so many fun movies back then. So you got, Dusty Circus, you got the 7 of Cups. Okay, so this is about a choice. This is about a choice being pointed out by somebody who feels bigger than life, who you really look up to. They're pointing you in a direction, and you're instead of looking at the options, you're looking to this person for their advice. Now, I'm not sure if this could be a professional. This just could be someone who has authority in your eyes. They seem to, in your opinion, are more capable of making the choice than you. Oh, and then, wow, the 5 of Cups flipped out again. Okay, so this to me is telling me that you may be looking to others to make decisions for you, to pick the right option, the right choice when it comes to what's going on in your life. But the divine is telling you, no, I need you to follow the light I'm showing you. It's not as bright, it's not as big, it's not as you know, big of a show. It's smaller. It's something you're going to have to focus on, really see what's getting in the way. All these cups down here are knocked over. They're behind things. And this person's going, oh, no, here's all these options and I can help you. And you're being asked to trust yourself, your own internal light. What is true? What is connecting you to the divine versus connecting you to a person? Because that choice is going to be the right one. Oh, great. That's so awesome to hear. Yeah, and I see here you got the Page of Cups. So it's like if you choose this and you really focus on what's important to you, like when you were a kid and you were just like, oh, this is so important to me, and nothing could pull you in a different direction. No matter who told you this was a better cup, you knew what cup meant the most to you, what sung in your heart, what connected you to the divine. So please, you know, focus on what truly connects you to spirit versus wanting to concede your power or your authority. You know what's best for you. You just have to listen. Okay, let's see. Next is Olga. Hi, Olga. Hope you're doing well. You're so sweet. You're here like at all my things, and I really appreciate your support. Okay. I don't even know why. So let's see. Olga. Yay, thank you. Thank you, Speak So Well, for hiding Diddy. I don't know why you'd even have that name. Like, nobody wants to talk to you. Hey, Olga. Oh, whoa. Okay, Olga, this just popped out. I got 3 cards that fell out, but this one sprung up out of the deck as I was shuffling. And I'm like, there's something that's weighing heavily on your heart right now. It's kind of hidden though, and it's popping up during certain times when you're not expecting it. It's something that you don't have in the forefront of your mind, but it's just like peeking out every so often. It's like something will trigger it and it'll come out and it'll be like this little irritant. Like, see, these to me look like pollen, like dust mites and little bugs and something that's irritating you. And it just pops up when you least want to deal with it. Okay, because you're examining something, you're questioning something, and every time you question it, you don't get an immediate response, but it pops up when you're not expecting it. So I would pay attention to when this pops up, because here with the wands, like I was talking about with pollen, something is irritating you. So you might have to look at what that is. And here is the Knight of Cups. So this is bringing in some kind of emotional message. Someone's bringing in some kind of emotions in. And that might be like you asked a question and it came in a different way than you were expecting. And that's irritating this. I think you were, as the King of Pentacles here, you were really focused on your 3D life, on what was going on in the 3D. So you weren't expecting this thing that hadn't been bothering you to keep popping up. But if you pay attention to you asked a question. So this is the answer, not this particularly. You have the answer. It's coming up. And you need to, you need to examine it so that when it comes in, that you're clear on the answer to your question, why this is irritating you, why this is holding you back. Because once you deal with this, even though you don't think it's impacting your life, it will really clear things up and allow you to manifest. Because, we have the grapes here. So you have the pollen, pollinating, but there's something holding it down. Like it's cold, kind of like winter. You need to remove those swords from your heart space so that you can manifest. So that's different energy than I usually get from you. So that was, maybe you're not even aware of it right now. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, I don't want to butcher your name. Alekhya. Thank you so much. So, okay, who's next? Mazy. Hi, Mazy. I hope you're doing good. I've been reading your comments and I've written some comments back to you, but there's an error in YouTube, and every time I try to comment on your comments, it says error 404, I think, or something like that. And so I've just saved them, so if I can get them to you, I will. Hello, Terry. Hello, Sarah. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what's in the cards for you, Mazy. Let me connect with your energy. Temperance? No, that's not what I'm getting. Okay. 3 of Wands. You're getting an answer for a question that you asked. You've made a decision on this. It's not a decision that you are feeling great about. Thank you so much, Olga. It's not a decision you're feeling great about. You thought it was, if I made this decision, I'll feel better about it. At least I'll feel at peace. At least I've made a decision. But this decision is kind of like, you're kind of like, this isn't the best I could do. But I settled for it. See, this decision right here is this twisty one. It doesn't have as much vegetation. It's kind of sparse. It's kind of turning in different directions. And while these other options maybe were a little more complicated or a little, they felt out of grasp. And this feeling that you're having is going on in your subconscious. What I get from this is like as another super moon comes through, it's been like one thing after the other. It's all been coming forward. What I think we don't realize sometimes is we plant things and they can be there for like decades. They can be there for a long time. And then they come and they sprout and they come into our life. And then all of a sudden we're like, wait, I didn't ask for this. But the problem is we did ask for it at a certain point, but we kind of moved on. We planted a seed in the ground and then it grew into something we weren't expecting. And so now these decisions we've made to plant things are popping up and it's causing anxiety versus causing this fulfillment of a wish that we once made. Time is not linear. So if we if we made a wish when we were little kids and we really put our whole hearts into it, and then we are, 20, 30, 40 years old and it's popping up and it's like, wait, that doesn't really match with my life anymore. You just have to decide where where you want to put your energy. So you got the Knight of Cups. And to me, this is saying that we got this in another deck too. There is something being brought in. We are focused on like this card. Each card in this that I've pulled for you is focused on one thing. It's not focused on looking out to see that there's an entire field that you have planted. And just because all you're focusing is on what's right in front of you at this moment versus seeing your life as a work of art. And that, yes, we have had lean times and we've had hard times, but remembering that we have to change our perspective. We have to look outside of ourselves and see the impact of our entirety on the world. And when we do that, then we'll feel more connected to our emotions and focused. That focus needs to come from taking a step outside of ourselves. And that's not easy. I know that when I've been having a really hard time, the last thing I feel like I can do is leave the safety of feeling, at least, even if I'm feeling anxious or scared or hurt or whatever, that at least I'm somewhat safe in what I know. And venturing out of that place of not knowing can feel terrifying. So you have a good community here, this is amazing that we've come to a place in our time that I get to live in a time where I don't have to just wonder if I'm the only person who thinks like me, that I can actually go online and reach out to you guys and you guys can go, yeah, I'm feeling the same thing. So there is a community, even if it's not in your 3D world. My teacher last night told me that only about 3% of, 5% of the population has this kind of awareness. And so that can feel very alone. It can feel like you're an alien. It can feel like you don't belong, that everything is coming up against you. But you've actually been given the special task of being able to withstand things that other people couldn't. And with those trials and tribulations, it turns you into a person for the divine, like works in, on this earth to help other people bring that light and come together. And we have to learn that through experience, and it's very painful. I don't take that lightly at all. So you're very loved. Just want you to remember that. Okay, could you please remove 4Q? That is really inappropriate. That is, I do not want that here. If you come on my channel and act like that, you're going to be immediately removed. That is really inappropriate. Like, yeah. Okay, I'm sure you all understand that. Okay. 7. I mean, like, geez, like, you're just going to, like, come on my channel. I mean, at least pay me. At least give me, they just come on my channel and say stuff like that. That's really inappropriate. Okay, number 7, Amir. And you were asking about your exams. Amir. Yeah, that's very true. The real furious pharaoh. Wow, you got a lot. Wolf dog. I love your name. That is so true. That is so true. I'm priceless. You can get a reading and you can come on here, but I'm not that kind of person. You couldn't afford me. 3 of Cups. So this is a mirror. Okay. So you're asking about exams, and what this is telling me is if whatever exam you're taking, I would get into a study group, or I would connect with other students in the class so that you can come at this exam in each of your tests in a way that you might not be seeing. There might be an area that you can study a little more effectively, because your exam, I'm feeling like you need to connect with other people and maybe work on study techniques. Yeah, and you're working, you're working hard. I see that you're working really hard, and so bringing in other people that can help you. Here's a 3 and a 3. This is all about bringing in other people. So if you need a tutor, that can be really helpful, or like I said, a study group, asking other people for their notes, because they might have caught things that you didn't catch that will help you get the best results. You got, oh, this is great. Six of Wands, that means success. So I think, and that's also 3 plus 3. So working hard and then collaborating with others will lead to success. And you will have victory. Oh, this is like, oh, you got the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So really taking the action, taking the initiative, taking the power of your exams, and making sure that you're working your most efficient by working with others, by collaborating. So that looks really good. If you work really hard and you collaborate with others and study and really hone and focus, manage your time, I think you'll do great. Okay, I just want to I want to stop. I love everybody in here who is here to get a reading or just interact with each other, but I'm asking that anybody who's here for any other reasons, please go find a channel that is more attuned to what you want. This is not that. So I really do appreciate everybody, but please don't spam, and please don't say inappropriate things. If you wouldn't say that to my face, if you saw me on the street, don't say it to me on here, because it's very rude. And I know that most of us were not raised to act like that. So like, please be polite to people. You wouldn't come up to me on the street and say that, so don't say it on here. Especially, I can see your account, so I don't know why you would go and pretend that you're anonymous. You're not. Okay. Thank you, Speak So Well. I really appreciate it. I'm going to actually do Speak So Well because I haven't gotten, and Speak So Well shows up for me and does this, and I so appreciate it. Thank you, alycat. I want to make sure I get you because I didn't get to you last time. Hello. I'm just looking at the camera to see what. Okay. So, Speak So Well. You got the Fool card, and this is a great card to get. It does not mean you're a fool. It means that you are open. You are ready to set off on a new adventure. It's the 0 card. It is before even the Magician. Like, there's a little dog here and it's reminding you, this is a little tug on you to remember to also look in front of you. As you look ahead, to also look right in front of you. Where are you stepping next? What is your next step? If you focus on that and you use your intuition, I see that the sun is fueling you. Wow. Okay, you got a lot of cards. I'm just going to go through these really quick. Okay, so the 4 of Pentacles is about being grounded. So making sure that on this new adventure, this new venture that you start, that you're really grounded, that you know where all every step is going to be, that you're focusing on staying, like, as you have your vision and you want to fly, that it's based in reality and grounded energy, and that you are thinking about all those involved with the 6 of Pentacles. This is about charity. This is about giving to others. And that you're sitting in your truest, authority, like where your passions are grounded and they're able to fuel your fire versus like kind of burn you out. The Wheel of Fortune comes next and is followed by the Page of Pentacles. And this is showing me, see this Wheel of Fortune here, is keeping that childlike energy when it comes in, like the Fool, but being grounded in it can help you manifest it, and you can actually turn your Wheel of Fortune in your favor. Just manage your passion, manage your fire, really focus on those around you to make sure you're living, manifesting in the highest possible way. And as long as you're doing those things, as long as you're doing all those balanced things, you'll have great success. Easy, right? Like, I just love the messages I get. It's just like, oh, just do this, just do this. And I'm like, yeah, that's a lot to tell people, you know. Okay, so speak so well. Who is next? I did Amir, and then I did you. And who is next? I do want to get to Alycat because she's been here a few times. Yeah, it's not easy. But, you know, you're a hardworking person. Kate, yes, I read Kate. Kate was number 1. Kate Kathleen at Kate, I think it's LI6YB. Yes, I read for Kate. She was number 1. So if she missed it, you can go back to the beginning, and that's where I already did Mazy. And then I did E. And then I did Amir. And then I did you. I'm just going to pull some. So who is next? Thank you. I try to be. No point in, it's hard to read people's energy if I'm not being sincere. Speak so well. Oh, trolls are distracting. I'm so sorry. Okay, Alycat. Awesome. Okay. That's who I thought I was going to read for next. So, how are you doing, Alycat? Love your name. Did you ever see Heathcliff, the cartoon? Then he had that friend that lived in the junkyard, and he was like the master of the alleys. You got the 9 of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. This is interesting because this 9 of Cups has a connection between you and the divine. And this is consecrated, confirmed by authority. Like, you're sitting in a divine connection. You've like built this upon other experiences you've had, seeing that relationships, yes, in the 3D world are wonderful and stuff, but your connection to source, your connection to the divine, your connection to your inner reservoir is what gives you passion. You can create anything. You can have wonderful relationships as long as you're connected first and foremost to the divine through yourself, through your own alchemy. And you're wielding, I like this because this is a huge sword for this person. It's the Ace of Swords in this deck. And this is a new idea. And this new idea of how closely your passion is connected to the divine can feel a little unwieldy. You're still learning how to use that truth that you've come to. Like, this truth is now like, it's like, wow, how do I handle that level of honesty with myself, that I am that connected, that my life is not just a random series of events, but the truth is that you wield great power in your connection. The stronger it gets, the more this can feel a little overwhelming. So making sure that you're not going too fast with yourself. You don't have to do anything too quickly. You can come at this at your own speed and learn. And there's no deadline on that because you're already ahead of the game. So that's great. Great energy. Okay. That's a weird comment. Okay. Can we keep the comments about tarot, please? Thank you. Hi, Sarah. Okay, who speaks so well? Can I get a few people? I'm going to write them down so that I can just move into... Yay, way to go, Alycat. I can tell. It's just kind of like that energy was very like, oh my gosh, this is like exciting but overwhelming. Okay, Bradley Brown. Bradley Brown. all these kids books are coming into my head today. Like, have you ever read the Dr. Seuss book? I don't know if it's by Dr. Seuss or P.D. Eastman. Mr. Brown Can Moo, can you? Okay, and then next is vosha. Okay, vosha. And then after that is cortin. Cortin. And please forgive me if I mess up your name. I am not great at that. Great. That's 3. Thank you so much. Right now we're doing Bradley Brown. How are you doing, Bradley? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys have been feeling it, but the energy has been like everything's coming to the surface. Oh, wow, you had a card just, oh, okay. Bradley, I feel like you're kind of stuck in between a situation. There's some kind of argument, or, you know, as we approach the holidays, at least in this country for Thanksgiving, or, you know, politics, there's something you're feeling stuck in between. It's making you feel like, oh my God, I don't want to be in this energy. It's something that is kind of inescapable. Yes, I know Jesus loves me. And then let's see Bradley Brown. Interesting. So this card flipped out. It's the 7 of Wands. And what I see here, I'm just going to look at this. This more conflict. Like, but you're seeing this conflict for what it is, that it's meant to kind of like garner your attention. Like, you're in between some kind of disagreement. It could be at work, it could be in your family, could be with friends, it could be literally within yourself, because these are the swords, and the swords can also be mental. So you could feel really conflicted in what's going on with you about a situation, and there's a lot going on that's confusing. I mean, the fact that this card is upside down, it just looks like flames and legs and limbs and arms everywhere. It's kind of confusing. This dilemma that's going on with you is causing you to feel anxious. I mean, I see this fire and this stuff in this upside down energy. Rather than being defensive, you're feeling anxiety. Okay, and then you got the 4 of Swords. So this is saying you need to calm yourself, really focus, because like this is the same person. Calm yourself, ground yourself, look at the situation for what it is, with no lies, with only the truth, without all these distractions, and you'll clearly see which direction you should go. To me, this looks like a compass or the Wheel of Fortune. So you just need to ground yourself, but, you know, remove the distractions, even if it's 5 minutes where you sit and you really focus on your own breath and your own energy. And then you will more and more hone in on the core issue here. So yeah, that's not easy. That's not easy to deal with, but we have it within ourselves, even when we don't feel like it. You know, even being in the bathroom, if you can't get away from people, if you're at work or whatever, or in a family that has a lot of people, you can go in the bathroom and just spend a few minutes really centering yourself. Use your time as precious as it is, you know, like really focus on how precious your time is and maximizing it by going and, you know, focusing on you. Like, I know a lot of people, there's this negativity around putting ourselves first, but you can't help someone else. Someone asked, will I make a good doctor? Have you taken care of yourself? Have you healed your issues that are going to come up being a doctor? The more important thing is to always make sure that you are in the best shape you can possibly be in. Like, if you shy away from conflict, you know, that's going to make you inactive, and it's going to put the burden on other people around you to make decisions and have to deal with the fact that they're having to come in and step into your place. Have you dealt with those issues? Because we can't be a healer, an effective healer, if we haven't looked at our dark places, at our own scars. And if you guys haven't had anything to eat or drink today, please make sure you're hydrating. It's extremely important, making sure that you eat every day. And I think we forget that as adults, that we have to take care of ourselves like we would a child. We have to make sure we get enough sleep, water, food, peace and quiet, lack of stress. If you wouldn't want to be in that situation as a child, then you probably should decide if you want to have that in your adult life, because you actually have more power at this point. The next person is Vosha. What a pretty name. 10 of Wands. And I love this 10 of Wands card because it doesn't look burdensome. It looks like, going to the fields, harvesting your crops that you worked really hard on, that you put your blood, sweat, and tears into, all because you wanted to. And now you're bringing them home. You're bringing all your hard work home. You've harvested that. You're moving towards, you've worked really hard towards your perfect place. And it can be, literally, it can be a 1-bedroom apartment, a studio, your room in your parents' house, a basement. It doesn't matter. I'm actually in an attic. It doesn't matter as long as it's something that you make into something that you love. I used to live in a very bad neighborhood in Oakland, California. And anybody who knows about Oakland, California, in the 80s, it was a very different place. But I would make my own little piece of that somewhere happy. I would be able to go somewhere and have that. And what I'm feeling is that you've used all these things that you've learned, all the hard work, and you're making the best of whatever situation you're in. You've decided to do this. You could have just been like, okay, my situation is beyond something I want to feel. I'm just reading what you're saying. Speak so well. Okay. And so you've made this decision to really focus on the positive. You're like, if only if only 3 of the things I worked on really hard on bloomed, wow, I'm going to see the possibilities in that. That's a really good outlook. I'm sure it didn't come easy for you. I don't blame you, Mazy. I can't take this country lately either. I'm like, wow, you guys gave us a very strong indication that certain people, like 51% of the population, was hated. That's fun. So this is great. So you worked really hard focusing on whatever manifested the positive, and this is leading to the 10 of Cups. And this the 10 of Cups is like the best card you could possibly get. It is rainbow. I mean, look at it. Rainbows, happiness, celebration, and very balanced energy with the 2 of Pentacles. Like, I really love this energy, this hardworking, looking at the positive, and then manifesting from that positive mindset in a very balanced way. I love your energy, Vosha. That is beautiful. Not easy to do either with that 10 of Wands. That's a lot of work. A lot of work to get to that place. People, you probably make it look easy, but from what I'm seeing, it was not easy. So next is cortin. Cortin, Corretin. Okay, let's see. Oh, I commiserate with you, Mazy. Yeah, That's like I said, I've lived in some places that are like literally, you could call them hell. Like I've lived in a place where it was raining down the walls inside my apartment and molding. Like it looked like a horror movie. Like that I don't know if it was Tales from the Crypt when Stephen King is covered in that green stuff. It was literally what my bedroom looked like. And I didn't think I'd make it out of that. That was awful. And then I ended up having children and doing all that. And then I ran across a new issue. We have to remember that they're tests for us. We've got to endure because this life is about working hard. So Cortin got the 8 of Pentacles. And this is about putting your head down, working hard, and being confident that this will manifest into what you're working on. Like keep doing it. Keep working hard. It may look like it's not going anywhere, but that's because you're kind of caching. You're building up a reservoir of whatever you're working on. It could be ideas, you could be learning things, it could be experiences, but whatever it is, it's eventually going to manifest into your abundance. And there's a lot of emotion going into this. It is the background. So really staying grounded. I keep getting that. I mean, with all these super moons and changes in from Capricorn, which, you know, things have to fall into Aquarius. So just keeping our heads down, making sure that we're staying grounded and connecting with our feelings. Then you got the Ace of Wands. And it's like, yes, focusing that fire. Like once you develop, you know, you're working really hard and you're using your energy, you're using your fire in a focused way to fuel you, to light the way, to see what's going on. See, I like this because he's like in a snowy area, but his area is warm because he's focusing all that energy into his immediate surroundings. And it could be male or female. And funny thing is he's got the world in his hands and he's like a king. So this hard work you're using, honing your passions into this is creating the world that you want. It's manageable. What once seemed out of your grasp is in your grasp now. It's hard to talk for an hour straight. Let's see. Thank you so much, Mazy. Yeah, no more disrespect. I mean, okay, if you need to come on my channel and talk, why don't you create your own channel? Because it's like coming into someone's business or, you know, and then deciding to give them your opinion. If someone goes to your channel, then they're going there because they want your opinion. And if you're coming to my channel, it means you want my opinion and my energy. So be respectful enough to think of it, opening a door, walking into a business. Would you act like this if we were face to face? I just want you guys to be, I want everybody who's in here for that reason to feel respected, that I am taking this seriously, that if you guys are changing the energy or saying disrespectful things, you're making people uncomfortable. Okay, back to, yes, I mean, drink, yeah, alcohol's not going to help you stay hydrated. I was drinking tea, so I thought we could figure that out. Okay, so we did all those 3. Who is next? I like today. Today is a lot, like, calmer. Oh, and I didn't say thank you. I'm sure my screen's getting... Oh, thank you, E. I really appreciate it. So who is next? Let's see, we've got 10. Number 12. Oh, actually, it's be number 13 because I did speak so well. Millie Bean and Nick and Samia. Hopefully I said that right. Millie Bean, and then Nick, and then okay, let's see. I'm going to go to use these cards for Millie Bean. Very cool. So Speak So Well is my moderator, and it looks like Mazy joined too. Thank you, Mazy. And so they will be deciding who's on the list, because it gets very confusing. Most of you guys are so respectful and kind, but every so often we get people spamming, so it gets really hard to keep track. And if you want a reading, it's hard to, if you keep spamming, it's hard for me to see that you need a reading. So, Millie Bean, you got the death card, number 13. And this is funny because you're actually number 13 on my list. The death card does not mean death's coming into your door. It can. It can mean that someone in your environment is going to pass. But usually, to me, this card comes in when something really needs to end, when something is ending. Yeah, I don't want people to be afraid if they don't know tarot very well. The death card rarely means, thank you so much, Cheryl. I appreciate you. Oh, thank you. You sent me some tea. Thank you. It does help with my throat when I'm doing this for a long time. King of Swords. So you got the death card and then the King of Swords. And this is great. So after an ending, after a death of some situation, see, this is like he's on horseback, but he's in armor, just like the King of Swords here. But instead of, so now you have a truth. You can sit in this truth. You can sit in your authority. You know what the truth is, because sometimes things have to die and end in order for you to move forward in your truth and who you are. And, you know, the King of Swords is a more cold energy. Whatever ended, I'm just sorry. Something's going on with my throat. And so I think this truth was painful, though. Like, you might be pulling back a bit because these cards are like, they're facing each other, but he's looking away. So this was a painful ending, or something's going to end that's going to be painful once you really feel it. It may make you want to cut people off. I wouldn't suggest that, but let me see what the suggestion is. Okay, and there's also right here in the death card, there's somebody with flowers holding it up, like here's new growth. Here's new life, and you're turning away from this because it feels so painful. You're not sure if you're ready to go back there and get burned. But there being a bird right here is trying to tell you, don't shut yourself off. Don't be ready to cut people off immediately. Really feel them out. Really feel out the instinctual thing that's going on for you. Thing. I'm sorry. Because there's a tree here in the background, there's this flower, so there's room for growth, but you've got to make sure that you're not using this painful ending as a reason to cut everyone off. Yeah, because I see it's going to put a freeze on your on something in your 3D life. It could be monetarily, like not seeing this opportunity could get in the way of your prosperity. So making sure that you're using your instincts with the people that come in your life and not judging them by what happened with this situation. Thank you so much. Thank you. You need supervillain powers? Yeah. It's really good to always make sure that you know your dark side, your shadow side, because it is a fuel. It is a way that you can manifest things in your life if you really know who you are. Okay, next is Nick. Hi, Nick. Here, let me go back to these. Nick. I don't go, Nads, I don't go by just the picture. I take it, I go, okay, this card traditionally means this, but in this situation related to that card and the energy that I'm feeling, it means this. It's kind of context. But it's important, like, I do know what they mean. I just don't always, they're not always relevant for their strict meaning in the story that I'm getting. Sometimes they're supposed to evoke something in my subconscious so that I can give the message. The star, the star energy is really good, but it's also can feel a little isolating sometimes. To be the star means that you're shining very bright, and when you shine bright, it can be very attractive to a lot of people, but can also make people feel their shadow. It can illustrate places that other people need to work on things. By you shining so bright, you're also shining a light on that other people are not necessarily manifesting their star energy. They're not necessarily living in that truth. Okay, yeah, and that's, I don't normally get that from the star, and then we get the Seven of Swords, and this is a very sneaky Seven of Swords. This is someone like smiling to your face while taking something from you. It could be talking about you, but smiling to your face when they see you. And they're focused on the fact that they don't like that you're becoming the star. And like I said, this is for Nick. They don't like that you are shining so bright and bringing things to light. I mean, the water bearer here is like moving things around. It's bringing them to light. It's bringing them into balance. And sometimes that balance isn't something that everybody wants. So making sure that you're really trusting your instincts when you're interacting with people, because they might be a little dishonest to wanting success for you. And it's hard to be successful if you have people around you that are willing to do that to you. It's not a good feeling. Okay. And the world. Okay, yeah, because the star is manifesting a world. You can't be the star. So the star is naked. It fell to the earth, and it's coming into this world without any preconceptions about the way things are. And it also is like, well, why would I continue to do things that don't work, are not for the best and highest good? Those are just baggage. And this is saying you're trying to create a world that you see as the best way that you can create and be in the world. And just be really clear that sometimes people, because like in the background here is a circus. It's like there's some distractions here that are trying to turn your new world, your real fundamental ideals into something that isn't more of a game. And it's not a game for you. Oh, wow. So, Mazy, you have problems with mold? Yeah, I was trying to write you a comment because, yeah, I was getting the impression that might be what's going on. I got very sick from mold, it was altering how I was perceiving things and making me feel very, very sick. Mold can be hallucinogenic. So remember that some of the feelings that you're having, and that's why it's really important to get grounded and make sure that the feelings you're having are not based on external factors. And the more you know who you are and what's important to you, and if you're acting out of character or, a lot of things can affect us. I think we all realized that when so many people got COVID caused in some people hallucinations, trouble with our brains and our autonomic functions. Our systems were not functioning properly. And so making sure that we remember if we're acting differently, it could be an external force. And to not judge yourself for that. Like, if you're getting affected by something, it's not your fault, you know, and people who you tell will understand that if they really are like thinking about your well-being. The next is Samia. Samia. And you got the Eight of Cups, the Moon, and the Strength card. I really love this because there's two moons here and they're very similar. And I see this as moving into the full moon. Like there's a little more here and then there's a little less there, and it's coming into focus. And then we have the Strength card, which is Leo energy, which is the sun energy. So this is that 8 energy, that hot passion, that fire for life. And so what's going on is as the full moon comes in on the 15th, we're moving in this phase right now of moving closer to that unconscious, to that connection with the divine, using our strength internally to move away from things that weren't serving you anymore. As you leave this cycle, you're gaining your strength, and that can be very difficult. The thing is, leaving situations that no longer serve you builds your strength. Think of meditation, think of breath work, think of all these different things that we do to ground ourselves as a strength training. When you have to be able to control your breath, like with any sport, you would have to learn how to correctly breathe. When you swim, you have to breathe differently. You have to time it. When you're doing endurance sports or marathons, you have to breathe. You have to make sure that you have the endurance. And this to me is saying that. With these wings, I'm also thinking of a movie I just saw where a goose wasn't very strong, and it just trained and trained, and it got to the point where it could fly and actually lead the way. It wasn't expected that this small person, this person who, you know, outwardly didn't look like they could do what they did, but they went away from things that were draining their energy and focused on what was really important, and then used that strength to move forward. So that's really good. Okay, who is next? Oh, we're back to other people being... Make sure you get your intellectual property in the correct way. Okay. Okay. I'm going to, if you could give me the next names. Oh, it's getting warm up here. I love it up here, but it's an attic, so it gets hot. Let's see. And I'm in front of lights. Who is next? Next is BHAVESH. Okay. And who's after that? Let's see. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, thank you. Speak so well. I know you got me covered. Okay, Feris Khan. And Creamy Moon. Okay, let's... No, and it's my channel, and I did not vote for Trump. I don't vote for anyone who has, who says they're going to mass deport human beings when I live in a country formed by immigrants. You know, Ellis Island, the Statue of Liberty, And anybody who would vote for a convicted rapist, no, that's, if you did, then you're anti-women. And I'm a woman, so if you're gonna say something like positive about Trump, then you can leave my channel, because it's not what I want. Leave then. Thank you. Bye, Hannah. Okay, so you got BHAVESH. You got the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords. I really love this energy because this is like making a new idea, like really speaking your truth into existence, sitting in that authority, but it's coming from a place where you are feeling really free to be yourself. It may be in private, but you're having other people come into your environment that are your energy, that are like your ride or dies. They are people that resonate with your energy, like what you have to say. They're moving forward with you. They're giving you support. You're feeling like really able to tap into who you are and manifest that out into the world. And even if it hasn't come into the world yet, it could be online, it could be writing, it could be something that uses more logical thought or connections verbally. But you've got a lot of authority behind you. There's some strength saying, yeah, we agree with you. And okay. And then you got the King of Swords. And this is really sitting in that authority. So like you have authority behind you. These are all swords. So you got all these different swords, and it going from the knight to the king here. So you got the page. They're all court cards. Page, Knight of Swords, and then the King of Swords. To me, this is saying these are other people. So they're supporting you, and that all these authorities are coming in. Like you have a strong fairness about what you're saying or bringing into the world, and people are agreeing with you. So whatever you're doing, I would keep that up. Yes, it's very easy to disrupt the floor. Yes, this is not a political forum. No, but like I said, you know, if you come on my channel, I do have personal opinions because they are affecting my energy. And if you want to say your energy, I commend you. Go out there, get a YouTube channel. You can see how much work it is and see what goes into it. But if you come on someone else's channel, it's literally like coming into their store or their business and then spouting your views. Like no one asked you. I'm just saying, if you have to do that, like, I mean, you should really look at why you need to come on someone else's channel that you haven't worked on and say all these things. Oh, yeah, Mazy, that is unacceptable. I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know if you heard me earlier. I was talking about that I lived in a place where it was literally raining into my room and it turned into a green, fuzzy place. I had to get rid of everything and it caused a lot of health problems. Yeah, that's unacceptable. People should take care of others. We should never hate each other for our political views. But if we're voting for someone who's convicted of assaulting women and has proclaimed that he's okay with that, that's not a political view. That's a human rights issue. So next is Feris Khan. And you got the Ace of Pentacles and the Hangman. I love the hangman, the hanged person, because this energy is all about that we may have thought we have seen the situation from every direction, that we're looking at things clearly But then we realized that if we look, maybe we weren't looking up, maybe we weren't looking to the left or the right, maybe we have a sore neck, or we're tired and we're not really looking around at everything that's there. But when we change our perspective, we can see things that are coming in that are handed to us. Like, because when we pray, when we talk to the divine, when we're really true to our true intentions, are they come in. And so remembering that you have to look everywhere. You have to look for the smallest thing. If you asked the divine, if you asked God for something, then that's really important that you are looking for it. You know, the divine answers, but you have to remember that it doesn't always come across in the way that you asked for it. Sometimes we have to get a seed and we have to plant it and tend it if we want the crops. We can't just wish for crops. We can't just say, hey, give me crops. Say I want manifestation. You have to plant them, water them, tend to them, get rid of the weeds, not let any, other people dig them up. Okay. Let's see. I'm just reading what you guys are saying. Okay. And then you got the Two of Cups and the Empress. So this is saying, as you, like I was talking about, planting a seed and finding the best way to plant the seed, looking at it, all the perspectives, watering that, working with others to create what you want. And then that being the manifestation. The Empress here is the manifestation card. It is that earth energy. So planting that seed, tending to it, giving it love, giving it support, fostering its growth will create abundance. See, these really grew into, the seed grew from these little teeny saplings to these strong trees, the foundation of who you are. Okay, I think I need to clear my energy a little bit because I think there's just been a lot of funky energy today coming in. And I just saw 77 on the time and 77 people in the chat right now. So to me, and then I just got the 7 of Pentacles. So I wanted to start this channel because I wanted a place for people to come where they could feel accepted. Like, sorry, my dog. Hey, Roxy, hi. So I worked hard on this. I've worked hard for over 5 months, and the community that's come on here is really wonderful. It has worked with me. It has planted seeds. It has created an environment where people can come and get a little bit of guidance. All the stuff I'm saying to you should be confirmation to something you already know. It's not necessarily a guessing game. It's reading the room. When we go into a room, we read people. We pick up on their energy. And I'm using cards as a way to tell a story so that you can get kind of a nudge in a direction that you already know about. I'm not telling you, and it's not my place to tell you what you don't know. That would cause anxiety. Okay, so next I already did Feris Con. Okay, Creamy Moon. I hope I did Feris Con. I believe I did. Okay. Yes, darkness is attracted to light. Yeah, it is totally. That is a completely natural response. It's like, oh, wow, it's dark over here. I want to go towards that light. It's pretty, it's shiny. But then when they're standing in the light, they still have their shadow and then they're exposed. And so that feeling of being exposed creates you know, fear. And that fear turns to anger when it's not, when they don't want to deal with it. Okay, so Creamy Moon, you got the Knight of Cups. I really like this card in this deck because the Knight here, the horse, is in the on the land, also in the air. See that there's multiple feet in multiple different places, and in the water. And there's a little fish here, and it's in the water. So this is a new idea, a new project, a new way of thinking about things. Things are really lush. They're coming in. They're manifesting right now. Good for you, Mazy. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to stand up for people, but I've never wanted to live in a world where people wouldn't fight for what they believe is true, for those that can't. Okay, so, and then you got the Seven of Swords. Okay, we were talking about the shadow. This is all light and earth and connection to source. And then there's something in the shadows here. There's something that's being, someone's moving away from the light with some kind of information. They may be looking at your situation and being like, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear your ideas. I don't want to see how balanced you are, because that balance, like we were just talking about, is causing that light, is causing their shadow. They want to run away from that. And so that's interesting that we were all talking about that here. There's a lot of purple energy here. Purple is usually, to me, the divine, or our crown. So thinking, and again, the divine. So your enlightenment is causing some people to want to go away, and they're not being very nice about it, because like I was saying, they're feeling fear, and that fear is causing them to get very defensive. But they cannot hide from this light. Like, no matter how they try to go into the shadows, the sun exposes everything. So you're living in the light, you're manifesting from that place, and these energies, these people, situations, issues are, can't hide, and they're not liking it. They may be saying some things that are not very nice. And you might not know about it, but it will come to light. It always does. Okay. Okay, I did everybody on the list. Is there a new list? Thank you so much, Speak So Well. I really appreciate your protecting this space. It's very important to me, and protecting the collective. Hi from Wales. Wow, that's really great. Okay, so here, take Stabz. Hey, Roxy. Take Stabz. Okay. And is there anybody else, so I can get like 3 people? It just helps with the flow. I know there's a lot of spammers today. I'm so sorry. Samuel. And L. Okay, I'll just spell that. L-K-H-Y-A. Okay, so the next person is take a STA buzz. Yeah, unfortunately, Mazy, there's so many women that have that story, and it needs to be accepted that, you know, that's not sexual. It's just violence against women. 3 of Wands. And that shouldn't exist in the world. We should never perform violence against those we're supposed to protect. But, you know. So 3 of Wands. So take a Stabz, or take, I just want to make sure you know that I'm reading for you. Okay. And 3 of Cups. Okay. So we have 2 3s so far. And we have fire and water. This is interesting. I'm seeing a lot of energy below yours. Like, you're in the right here. You're in the right in whatever situation this is. You have the right to be upset. People in your life are being like, oh, it might just be one person in authority who's like, oh, I did you wrong. Like, here, I admit it. And you're like, you have every right to be indignant in this situation. But instead, you're really being generous with your energy. You're not being judgmental. You're not bringing down this wrath on this person. You're using your instincts and your intuition, your subconscious, and connecting with the divine to make sure that you're being fair and balanced. You always want to stand in the light and be above board. And these people, I think they would feel a little better if you got mad at them, but then they'd be justified. They justify their actions in their head, why they did what they did because of your reaction to it. So it's best to follow your instincts, you know, talk to the divine, not get it outwardly expressively angry at this person, because they will take it as justification for their actions, which they did to you. Then you're mad at them. It's like this round circle that doesn't work with you. Okay, next is Samuel. And Samuel, I'm going to start you out with an oracle card because I want a little break from the tarot energy. And I think so code speaks so well. Could you contact someone wants to go to Starbucks and I can't answer. So could you do that for me if that's possible? Well, that's very nice, Rick. You know, I feel like when we live in our light, that's what makes us beautiful. I know people don't believe that, but I do. I believe that the what we put out into the world, if we do it with graciousness and love, even with people that I don't really like their behavior, but we all have a core essence of this beauty, this light that we can give to others. And the more we love, the more, I mean, I'm a big, I don't know if you can see behind me, I've got Care Bears and Cabbage Patch Kids and koalas and things from my childhood. And to me, it's always remembering that we are only as, if we treat the most small, the most insignificant of us with respect and stuff, we can't help but create more love and light in the world. So, okay, Samuel, you got, wait, did I take a buzz? I'm getting lost. Yeah, I did you. Samuel, you got the 7 of Cups, and this is a different deck, another 7 of Cups. This is about where you want to manifest your energy. What choice do you want to make? You've got to take the authority and to make the decision yourself. If you don't, you're kind of giving a power to not making a decision. Like whatever happens, happens, and I have no control over it. But this is saying, you know, no, you do have the authority, the control to decide which direction you want to go. And, but you've got to take that authority. Are you the magician of your life? Because if you are, then you can manifest whatever you want. And here's the Page of Pentacles. And yeah, like focus, you can manifest whatever you want in the 3D world. Like when we were kids, we believed we could fly. We believed we could create anything, that we could cure cancer and have world peace and like get along with everyone. We believed that because we hadn't put limitations on what manifestation meant. We hoped for something, our intentions were pure, and that's what we created. And we created beautiful, wonderful things. Childhood is not lost once you become an adult. Like I see two vastly different people here, but they're both manifestors. It's just what you believe, who you believe you are internally. Are you are you are you truly living your potential? Are you the anomaly here? Are you this person? Does that make you uncomfortable? Would you rather take on a role that limits you? And that's really up to you. If you want to create from a place of childlike wonder and believe anything is possible, then you've got to emulate that behavior, emulate that feeling, and not get stuck in roles. Next is Alekhya, or is it KH? I'm not sure. Thank you guys. Thank you, Mazy. Thank you, Speak So Well. I really appreciate you guys. And I try to remind people, if you wouldn't say it to my face, if you would, hey, you are interesting. But if you wouldn't say it to my face, don't say it on here, because you are saying it to my face. And we do also have a record of your account. So please be respectful. So here is, you got the Four of Pentacles. And I want to get a little bit on this card, because this card to me has always felt, of the Four of Pentacles in this deck, it's felt a little stuck. So I want to see if that's what the context of this, oh, came out really quick. Queen of Cups. Okay, no, again, this is this kind of day. We are heading into the winter, and now the sun's shining on me. We are heading into the winter, the Christmas season where I live. So this is reminding you to stay grounded, to stay really on point. Like, make sure that you have everything in a row, that you have everything manifested. Oh man, that is super bright. It just came through a cloud. Wow. And she's in the clouds right here. And so she's seeing things clearly. Like, it's so bright that she's seeing things that you have to make sure that you're grounded at this time, because it's really hard to see clearly. I think the sun coming right through the clouds and shining on this is kind of more confirmation that if you make sure that you're following the path, because there's a path of roses right here, that you will have everything in line, and it will all match up and things will come to light. But you do have to make sure that you're grounded. I'm getting that for everybody in the collective. Ground yourself right now. This super moon, wow. I'm going to try to close the window because that is blinding. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, that's better. Let's see, who is next? Okay, I got everybody on the list. Okay, those are the next people. Thank you so much. Okay, X3R, X3S. Okay, that's almost like a license plate. And then Fat Barb H. And then Elani. And if I messed up your name, oh, you just had deja vu. I love that. I have not had deja vu in a while. I miss it. Yes, what do you like being called? X3R, X3S? It really does help the reading if I kind of have at least a name that resonates with you. It doesn't even have to be your real name. Okay. Okay, well, I'm just going to go because I guess you didn't see it. So I'm just going to see what this energy is coming up as. Oh, this is really cool. Okay. Okay. So you got the Yule card, which again, I said it's winter. It's going into the winter season, the holiday season here. And this is about rebirth. So most animals go through a hibernation period. The reason the days get shorter and we things get darker earlier is because we're supposed to rest. Things are supposed to go dormant and we go within so that we can grow. This time of going into this hibernation state is going to bring a rebirth to your situation, to your personality, to your life, to a situation that you've been thinking about. And then you also got the hearth, which I think is very interesting because we got snow and then we got fire. And this is saying that when you're inside hibernating, and this doesn't have to be literal, you don't have to stay in your house, but this is just more like a spiritual thing. You're going to stoke the flames. You're going to work hard. You're going to manifest by really honing in on what's important to you. What is the foundation of who you are? And when you do that, and when the snow melts, you'll come out of this in a way of feeling like you are your home. You, wherever you go, there you are. And that home, that feeling is making you feel secure at this point. And then you got the Book of Shadows secret. So that's the secret. Like you go through periods of time where you go internal and really hone your skills, your inner light, and that's your secret to manifestation. That's your secret to rebirth. That's pretty cool. I don't know who you are, X3R, X3S, but I really like it. Okay, next is Fat Bard H. Interesting. I'm not sure what that name means. Okay. Well, you know, technically the Bible says that we shouldn't cast stones, that we should be kind, treat each other as we would ourselves, be good neighbors. So I think reading cards that are beautiful. I mean, you have no idea the amazing amount of oracle and tarot cards there are these days. Like, I take it as an ability to read stories. I have always made up stories and I did it out of my head. And then I started seeing these wonderful, beautiful cards and realized I could create stories for people and they wanted to hear them. And I was like, okay, if you show up and you want a story, I will definitely give you one. I think that the biggest things we should focus on, if we want to focus on what is prohibited or illegal, is being cruel to those or passing judgment. It clearly says that we are not God and we are not supposed to be passing judgment on those. You know, that's God's job, not another human being's. We shouldn't play God. But I do know that storytelling has gone in a, you know, people used to draw pictures in the sand or on cave walls. That what's the difference? Like they were making something up. They were connecting with something. It was coming from somewhere. Maybe just human beings are that amazing that we don't realize that we are the divine in human form, and we are acting on the divine's orders. Like I'm sure a lot of you pray. What's the difference between praying and connecting with God and God telling you things and this? I'm asking something. I don't know what it is. I'm a human being. I'm not an authority on the metaphysical. Um, and I wouldn't claim to be. I am not that. So I don't think anybody should cast judgment on those around them. Like really, that is one of the biggest, if you want to use the word sin, to cast judgment on those. You're not God. So please, be respectful in the fact that everybody has different beliefs, and those different beliefs are okay as long as they're not hurting other people. And so you got Fat Bard H. You got the Six of Swords, and this is about moving into smooth waters, away from turbulence, away from things that are causing strife and problems. And yeah, and that's true, Earth Angel. Judge others and you will be judged. And you won't be judged by me. You won't be judged by other human beings. You will be judged by who told you not to judge others. So I have no authority to do that. I don't have an authority to judge people for living their best life. If they're hurting other people, that's an honest reaction as an animal. Don't hurt others. That's a key lesson that I've learned. Do no harm. And so then you got after the Six of Swords moving away, you got this great energy of the Ace of Wands with a butterfly here. This is new, like staking your claim in the ground. You're growing. It's growing and blossoming. And you look thrilled with this energy. This could be matching energy as you planted your stake in the ground, as you moved into your authority, as you manifested your divine, reality. The sun is rising. It is shining light on that. And this energy is just feeling great about it. It's like this was hard to move away from, but your new start and your new manifestation will be so worth it. And feel proud of yourself. Give yourself congratulations. I think one of the most important thing I've learned about this channel is that people don't hear enough about what they're doing well. It's really easy to tell everyone, you're doing this and you need to do this instead. And it's like, I assume if you're here, you're doing the best you can. And you need to, I feel that giving you guys, a thumbs up, like, hey, way to go. You guys are working hard is a small gift that I can give to others in my community. Thinking is hard. Yes, Carl Jung. Yes, totally. Thinking is hard. That's why people judge. Yeah, because it's hard to introspect. It's like, it's hard to look at yourself in the mirror and go, why am I judging someone? Why do I feel like that's my place? Do you have your life together? Are you doing everything else the Bible says? I mean, because if you're really saying the Bible says this and the Bible says that, well, are you following everything? If you haven't followed all those tenets, that golden rule, then what are you doing looking outside of yourself? You still have a lot of work to do. Like, let other people tend their gardens. If your garden is full of weeds and rocks and it's not producing anything, why are you in someone else's garden telling them what they should be doing? Next is oh man, I messed this up. ELANY. Yes, yes, exactly. I'm just reading your comments. I don't know what that word is. Okay. Wow, this is great. You got the 10 of Cups, and this is a different deck, and the 9 of Pentacles. You're having a lot of celebration, and you're looking around to what you've produced and what you've manifested through your hard work. Like, you should feel proud of yourself. This is a time to celebrate. You've done the hard work. You're living a very bright life. Look at all this this orangey yellow. It's just so bright. It's so, I mean, these pentacles look like ripe plums. That, you know, and then we have like apricots here. This is all this manifestation, all these cups. So you have used that emotional connection, that connection to the divine and yourself to produce, to water your own garden. And that's producing in the 3D as well as in your emotional connection. Hello. Hi, Robin. Well, if you do it. I'm just reading what you guys are writing. Okay, and I want to be respectful of my moderators, so maybe we should do a few more and wrap up. Does that sound good? Speak so well. Yes, I don't charge for this. At this point, I haven't started a members only or anything like that. But if you want to get me a cup of tea or coffee, hey, I so appreciate it, but it's not necessary. Oh, you're good? Okay. So who is next? Let's see. We're at, that was 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So we've done 24. Okay, you have more time. Awesome. Okay, who is next? I'm just waiting for I'm going to shuffle my cards a little bit. Okay, oh, midi doctor. Oh, I think I said something to midi doctors earlier. Okay, and then Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. Oh, I know. I remember you from last time. And then Polo. Oh, somebody's spamming, so I got to go back up to the window. Abril. Okay. 25, 26. Okay. Let's see. Midi doctors. I'm going to see if I have a deck right here, because these ones have been used a lot today. And so I like to get some fresh energy, especially since we're over 2.5 hours right now. Wait, no. Let's see. No, an hour and a half. We're an hour and 45 minutes. Okay. Sorry. You get to see the actual functioning of doing readings in person. I don't know if any of you have had in-person readings, but it's different, but fun in a way to directly interact with energies. Wow, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much, Speak So Well, because you have kicked a lot of people out. I appreciate that. Okay, midi doctors. Whoa, a lot of cards are just flipping out for you. Interesting. Okay, I'll tell you what they are in a second. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry you're having to delete so many messages. Thank you so much, Mazy. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to get one more. Let's get one more. Okay. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Yeah, if you guys could like it, that really helps the algorithm. If you're here, you know, like I said, it doesn't cost anything. If I get to you, great, but liking really helps. Oh, you're a moderator? Oh my gosh, I might contact you, because right now I have 2 great moderators, but I could always use help. People like to spam me for some reason. Okay, so the next person is Midi Doctors, and you got a lot of cards. You got the 3 of Swords, and I really like this. It's kind of like a block in the mechanisms. It's a mechanical heart, but this is causing some problems, like something in the works is getting in the way. And then you got the Wheel of Fortune. And to me, this looks like a clock. Like a clock, I mean a watch. A watch that has all those different ways of measuring things, like it can measure the seconds or the depth if it's a diving watch. All these different things. And then here are the numbers around it. So to me, this is showing that it is time to get rid of old things that are causing your energy to be stuck, your moving forward on your path to be stuck. It is time. It is time to take out the things that have hurt you in the past, that have caused you to put a stop on something that needs to be working for you to move forward. You've got to make sure that you're not focusing on things that have already gone away, and that you realize that, you know, it's funny, somebody mentioned alcohol, that you're not using, I'm not saying you're drinking, but using any vices to distract you away from the way forward. It's very important that this time be used in an effective way that's clear thinking. If you are imbibing in anything, making sure that you're not using that as a way to get away from this pain that's causing you to feel stuck. You're feeling like you're on a tightrope, even though you're not. You're actually on a path, and it's just the perception because you're feeling stuck. If you see, there's 2 swords here sticking up, and there's 2 swords there into the heart. So making sure that you remember you can actually wield these truths that have stopped you to actually manifest in your life. If you believe in yourself, and you don't believe what's been, you know, attached to you, you'll move forward and trust your instincts with the moon there. And then the Knight of Wands. Yes, using these truths as your magic wand. So I like this because this wand also looks like a sword, but it's being used kind of as a pointer to me. So this is like pointing at the direction that you need to go, and having faith in yourself that the things that have been done to you are not going to stop you anymore, and it's time to move forward. That was a lot of information. So I guess that was what needed to come out. And I'm looking at the back of my cards, and it, to me, looks like, if you just look right here, it looks like the wings of a moth. So remembering to trust your instincts, look for the hidden meanings and signs and synchronicities. And, oops. Sorry about that. Okay, next is, my child did not bring their keys. So, Cheryl. Okay, Cheryl, let's see. The real life chaos of okay, Cheryl, you got the Queen of Pentacles. I love this card because she just, to me, I know she's not the Empress in this card. She hasn't reached, you know, that level. But this is a very plentiful energy, bountiful energy. I mean, there's cows in the fields, and the fields are just rolling. There's grapes. I mean, these are all things that point to abundance, to sitting in the authority that you are an abundant person. Yes, readings in person can be very intense. I really love them because I, when I'm directly connecting with people in the one-on-one, they share information, energy about themselves a little more freely. It can be a little intimidating to come online and you know, get a reading. We're talking about very personal things. Wow. So Cheryl, you got the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Swords. Wow. Okay. So I see this as your energy, and it's really abundant energy. You're being very open, and you're giving that to others. And there's these other energies, and they're in an authority. They're seeing that. They're seeing that if they give you resources, if they give you the support, that things will be balanced and fair. The crops will be watered, because they're seeing you as so fruitful and abundant that these other people are coming in and they want to be a part of that. And I see them as very, very logical. They have the best intentions for you, and they want to give to you. They want to give to you to help this grow, because they see your potential. That feels pretty good. Okay. I'm just looking at what you guys are writing. Yeah, I love impersonal readings. Yeah, I miss doing it. It's been harder to do for some reason. I haven't been able to get out there as much. Okay, Polo Abril is next. Yeah, we're doing good. We got a lot of readings in. Oh, nice. I love this. Like I remind people, the Fool card is a really awesome card, especially if it's the first card to come out of your reading, because this is showing that you are in a very, it's the number 0. So it's even before the 1. You are literally free. You're free of constraints. You might not feel that way. I'm not saying you do. But if you trust your instincts here with the bird, I always see that as a message. Like, here's a branch. Like making sure that you are looking where you're going, but not having that hold you back. Trusting your instincts. Oh, I'm so glad, Cheryl. It's so great to hear. Okay. And then you got the Temperance card. And this is really beautiful because it's a circular rainbow. And so you're in great energy. Like, it's balanced, but also very open. Open to create. Open to see color spectrums that other people don't see. They see situations in a way that others don't. Because you're in this very free energy, this energy of feeling like anything is possible, then you realize that you can control, you can have power over how you respond to situations. Being free of all the baggage and constraints and things that have been placed on you is allowing you to see that you can manifest any way you want. And it can be magical to realize how much power you have if you just like believe in yourself. Like, believing in yourself is key to all manifestation. It has to be a true intention for you to alchemize and manifest in your life. Okay, let's see. I'm going to get some more people. Are you able to give me more people? Yes, I am. I think saying I'm one thing or the other has limited me. So now I'm just like, I'm with positive energy. And some people go, oh, wow, you know, you're just so positive. And I've gotten judged for that. And I'm like, you're judging me for being too positive? Okay. If you don't want my positivity, no problem. Thank you so much for reminding people, Barb. I really appreciate it. Okay, next people. 27 is yakota. Yakota Island. Ooh. I wonder if that's a real place. Betty Boop. Hi, Betty Boop. I think you've been here before. I don't know if I've read your energy, though. But I do love Betty Boop. And, sorry, I gotta go. Terry's Tarot. Terry's Tarot. Okay. Yakota Island. Okay. Let's see what your energy says. Oh, I'm so sorry you missed anything said, oh, my child came home from school. So I get that. It can be very distracting. If you want to be friends with someone, you've got to put yourself out there. That's the only way to be friends. You've got to be super vulnerable. Like you're starting a relationship with someone. So show them your vulnerability. That's the best way to start a friendship. And if that person abuses that, then you know you don't want to be friends with them. So you got Yakota Island. You got Page of Cups. I'm liking this. This is interesting. There's two like flowers or leaves here, and he's looking towards one, but the cup with the fish is at the other one. And then there's two other plants here. So there's like 4 different directions, and he's looking there. Okay. He or she, it doesn't matter. Thank you, Freak Bait. That's really awesome. Yeah, totally. Oh, interesting. So we got the Queen. Oh, no, that was from another reading. It popped up. Do I want these? No. I'm doing good. How are you? So you got the Page of Cups and then the King of Cups. So this is really great. Once you realize that you're looking in the wrong direction, and it's not wrong per se, it's just not as fruitful as the other direction. It doesn't have as much prosperity. It doesn't have as many opportunities. Once you realize that you're looking in a different direction than what opportunities are coming in, you'll be sitting in the King of Cups energy. You'll be able to take that cup and really manifest from there. I mean, I love all this like blue. It looks like water. So the water here is behind, but in the King's energy, holding the cup, sitting in the authority, balanced energy, and the energy, the emotions are flowing freely through to create more. It's like if we have a flow to the divine, then we are more likely to be able to manifest. I'm just reading what you guys are writing. Wow, there are so many spammers today. I'm so sorry, guys. For all the people that are here for this reason, it just is like, go make your own channel. Go, you know, like. Okay, next is Betty Boop. Hi, Betty Boop. Cool. And when I split it, I got the star. I was getting that energy. And I've actually never gotten this card in this deck. So the star is like usually naked. So this is interesting that it's like sitting in a window and ready to go. Like almost like you're starring in something. You're waiting in the wings. You're all dressed, made up, ready to fly, ready to be a part of everything, but you're waiting for some reason. Okay. Oh, and then behind it is the 7 of Cups. Also never gotten this card. It's really pretty. So I see you're waiting to decide which direction to go. Which of these ideas and options pans out. Okay. Let's see what else we get. Oh, you're a first-time viewer? It's really nice to see you. It's nice to meet you and get to know everybody. It's really feels good. Like you guys are really balancing the other energy, so I really appreciate it. I feel very taken care of. Oh, okay. So there's someone in an authority, like a wise person, someone who's giving you advice. You're looking out, you're ready to go, you're ready to make your entrance, you're ready to be a part of this. You're looking at your options, you're talking to those in authority, you're referencing books, you're making sure that you understand every situation. And once you do, once you emerge, you will be emerging as the King of Cups. And so you're moving from the star energy into center stage, and you're feeling very comfortable with your decision because you're basing it off of educating yourself and staying informed. So that's really great. Okay. And next is Terry's Tarot. I assume you have a channel. I'll have to check that out. All right. I am in California in the United States. I have always lived here. I've traveled some, but I've always been a California resident. I was born in Southern California, and I now live in Northern California. I can't tell you what year you're going to get married because it's going to be based on decisions you make along the way. That's where free will comes in. So you have to decide if your goal is to get married. Who do you want to get married to? Do you just want to get married because that's a lot easier? But if you focus, I'm responding to somebody in the comments. Oh, thank you so much, Mazy. I'm so sorry. Yeah, some of these people are really rude. So it's really important that you understand that I can only give probable things. It's all based on whatever decision you make to go forward. It's like a story. I can tell a story about someone's energy and what I see, but if they make a decision tomorrow that completely changes the way, the story will be a different timeline. It won't be relevant to where you are right now. So you have free will, so choose wisely. We do have control over how we traverse the territory, the path. Okay, so you got, and this is for Terry's Tarot, you got the Strength card. And this is very traditional to me. It's like, I mean, he's like strangling this lion. And I don't think that to me really conveys what strength is. It's actually having the ability to be in situations and then be at peace with them. It's not like, but you know, maybe this lion is actually a representation of his unconscious and it's like tearing him up. So he's having to wrangle that. So maybe that's kind of what this is saying, that like something within yourself, because we got the Four of Wands here. It's like you're discovering a part of yourself that is actually counterintuitive to you manifesting. And you're having to go within and like muster up your courage, your strength to go within to a deep, dark place, a place where you had previously used that strength to manifest something in your life, and it worked. You needed that. You needed that fire, that lion energy, but it had a consequence to you. And now to move forward, you know, on the ship and smooth waters, you need to go within and actually put an end to this this old way of dealing with strength that is no longer serving you. And since you do tarot, you'd know if you know, if that worked for you. Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's true. I mean, it's just like a lot of us go, I want a relationship. I want a friendship. I want a marriage. But what is your intention? What do you want out of that relationship, that marriage? Like really create a picture of the feeling that you want to have in that relationship, because that's what you'll attract. If you just want a marriage, a lot of us can get married. I got married and I had 2 wonderful children, but the marriage was not for my best and highest good. So I had my priorities different because I was younger. And so now that I'm not as young, I'm starting to see that that what I once found valuable, I no longer find valuable. And I would look for something completely different in my life, because what I truly want is to feel at peace and content and fulfilled in my own life. And so if we focus on what we truly want out of a relationship with another, and we fulfill that ourselves, whatever relationship we attract will be for our best and highest good. We actually know what that is. Okay, so I'm gonna do just a few more because I am already at 30 readings, which is, ooh, that's a lot of energy. It's great energy. I really love, you guys. This is this channel means so much to me. Not because I'm like, oh, hey, I want to be some, YouTube personality, but because this is a way for me to not just be in my local community and connect with people, which, like I said at the beginning, only 5%, I was told by my own personal teacher that only about 5% of us is experiencing the world in this way. It's kind of like I equated it, if I was in a community of people who just couldn't see. And I was walking around telling them what I see because I can, and they were upset that since they couldn't see it, they didn't want to hear what I had to say. And I come on here and people are like, wow, I do want to hear what you have to say. And I can share with them and have that relationship where they're seeing things that they can see. And it feels like a little less alone in the world. Yes, exactly. The 144,000. Exactly. There really is. It's just like there's nothing wrong with you being able to see things that others can't. The issue is that they're holding on into a lot of ego. Because they can't see it, they don't want to hear about things. They want to pretend they're wearing clothes when they're not, when we can clearly see that they are not. Okay, speak so well. Would you give me a few more? And if you're getting tired, I am totally okay. Barb, and so that's your number 30, 31 if I include speak so well. Barb, Hermes. Okay. Oh, well, this is, I have to leave because it's saying if I don't end my live in the next 5 minutes, I will be permanently banned. That's weird. Okay, so I'm going to finish up this one. I'm sorry, you're going to be my last reading because I do not want to get banned. Didn't know that was a thing. So you got the Chariot card. Oh, it's fake. Oh, okay. I was like, what the heck? Oh, that's not real. Okay, weird. How do they do that? Do any of you know? The Chariot, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Empress. Wow. Okay, there's a lot of movement in this card. A lot of horsepower. And it's bringing in, so the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving energy. Okay, so thank you so much. Oh, you lost connections. Oh yeah, there was some weird thing that said that if I didn't end, I would be permanently banned, but everybody's saying it's fake. That's so weird. What a waste of time and energy that people do. It's weird. So the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving energy. This is a slow moving message. But then you have the Chariot, which is fast moving energy. And then in the middle, the Empress. So this to me is saying the fast moving energy needs to be your instincts, your thoughts, thinking about things, putting things in order. And it will bring in, things into the 3D world slowly, but they will manifest. Like they're both in green here, which I really like. And so spend more time thinking about the situation, and then when you finally put it into action, make sure that you're methodical with the 3D part of it, and that will produce, these two energies together will produce what you're trying to manifest. It will grow. There's wheat here, there's There's a rabbit. And the funny thing is it kind of looks a little barren, like we're going into winter. So maybe what needs to happen is the planning stage of this. And as things get more green, the spring comes back, you bring the manifestation into the 3D world. Really work out the issues of whatever you're working on, whatever plan you're working on. Okay. I'm just saying. Okay, so, oh, thank you. Thank you. Speak so well. Jennifer. I'm trying to read. Let's see. Chandrika. And Nirmala. Okay, let's see. What's your energy? And I'm totally going to bring out more cards next time because I enjoy having more materials at my fingertips. I think of it kind of like painting or creating a book where you need a lot of different materials to create that. So you got the Page of Wands. Let's see. Ooh, I want to make sure. This is for Jennifer. The Page of Wands. Ooh, I like the way she's looking. She's kind of like looking down, but it's not like she's shy. It's like she sees things and she's not looking through this little binocular or the monocle. She's got this wand firmly planted on the ground. She, he, doesn't matter. So she knows something that, let me see. The interesting thing is it does look like she's looking over at me, but then if I look at it at a different angle, it's almost like in the High Priestess card where the eyes are white. So it's like she's seeing everything around her. She's seeing internal. She's connected to the divine. She also has different ways of using different tools to see things. And that makes her stance very firm. But because of that page energy, she's not making rules about what she's saying. Okay, and then I think we're going to have to stop. I'm getting exhausted. I'm getting tired. The Three of Swords. Okay, card keeps coming up. Okay, so in this card, she's made some kind of apparatus and is looking at things in different directions. But to me, this card coming up after that, the Three of Swords, in this way, in this representation of it, is saying to me that she's looked for different ways of looking at situations, but the real key here is that there's something that's been taken apart, that has been in disrepair internally. So the way of seeing it doesn't matter how many ways on the outside you look at something, you have to look within and make sure that your heart space is cleared up, is in proper working order. In order to manifest or see things clearly and really feel in secure energy, you've got to go within, like clean this all up, like really, do a tune-up. And really make sure that you haven't missed a vital piece that needs to go back where it was while you remove the things that shouldn't be there. Just reading comments. Okay. That's okay. And next is Chandrik, I think. The Lovers. Oh, cool. This is the first time I've gotten this today. I usually get this card a lot. I get a lot of solitary energy today because I think people are going through internal Page of Pentacles. Okay, coming out. Okay, so let's see. And the Wheel of Fortune. Let's see what's on the bottom. The Two of Pentacles. Okay. So what I see here is the Lovers. This is a divine connection between all the elements. Wherever you're not feeling balanced, this person, even if they are not a love romantic relationship, this person is helping you tune in to your higher power, your higher calling. You are being called to really encompass everything that makes you the most potent, the most fulfilled in life so that you can manifest. You're being called on to really love yourself. And in doing that, you will draw others to you that can complement your energy and make it even stronger. You're coming out of kind of a time of maybe hiding, not hiding necessarily, but you kind of have cold feet because of something that's happened in the past, something that when you were younger, it caused you to put on safety layers and protect yourself, which is totally understandable with this energy. It's feeling very like you just wanted to go into the background, but you're being called to come into the light, to truly love yourself, even if no one else loves you. Even if you feel that you're all alone, this is calling on you that you are always loved because the divine loves you. And you have to remember who you are, that you don't need all these trappings to keep you safe, that you're only feeling cold because you haven't remembered that you're connected to source. And when you discover this, when you truly come into manifestation with your own light, with your own love of yourself, it will turn the Wheel of Fortune in your favor. It's time to focus on loving yourself and realizing that you are loved by those around you. Thank you so much. Speak so well. Jeez, it is like, you know, with full moons comes a lot of crazy energy. And then next is Nirmala. Oh, that came out quickly. Ooh. And it just wanted to flip back over. This is really cool. I've never gotten this card. The Devil. And this is about, like, this is a giant robot devil. And the funny thing is they're stoking the flames of this robot to make it look fierce, when in actuality all it is being fed by our fears, being fed by our anger. And so it doesn't really exist. It's just there to kind of scare people away so they won't get too close. But in doing that, you're pushing people away without realizing it. Using that fire for your heart and for your passions is better suited than creating something that can just keep people at a distance so you feel safe. Because, oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, like I was talking about the fire, you got the sun. So instead of using all this energy, this energy to fuel something to keep people at a distance, this is asking you to actually own that and feel that light within yourself, manifest it out and bring in celebration, bring in community, bring in people. It can be very scary to direct that light to really show people who you are, but this will lead to celebration. This will lead to you feeling a lot happier. I mean, these are two diametrically opposed cards. And this is saying, like, which do you want to put your energy into? It's really up to you, like we've been talking about. Hey, y'all from Northwest Arkansas. Okay. Buck Rogers. Okay. Oh, so I did not write down. I'm so sorry. Speak so well. I'm going to get to those last 3 people because they were already put up there and they want to, because I am getting tired. It's been almost 2.5 hours. And this is fun, but I'm tired. Oklahoma. Oh my gosh, I just got that musical, Oklahoma, from a thrift store, a DVD of it. So that'll be interesting to watch. Yeah, okay. So why don't you give me the last few names, the ones you gave me before, the 3 you gave me. I'm talking to Speak So Well, sorry. And then then add the person you're talking about. So I could try to find it, but it might be a little difficult. Let's see. Okay, thank you. Oh, okay. I got the last person. So we got purple tiles. Okay. And Sarah and H. Okay. Is that everybody? Oh, yeah, of course. Okay. So purple tiles. I'm going to get you an oracle card. See what comes out. Okay. So you got number 55, unique gifts, and 56. Oh, wow. Okay. These are very well shuffled. That's cool. And vulnerability. So these cards coming out together sequentially are saying that your unique gifts, what makes you special, is going to come forward if you're vulnerable about it. Like if we hold on to our unique gifts, they're kind of like crystals and they will hurt us if we try to hold them within. We have to be vulnerable enough to have our gifts be out in the world, because like I said, if we do hold on to them, that's like holding on to something very sharp and it can hurt. So all these shapes are very pokey looking. I would not want to hold on to them. I would not want to have them in here in my solar plexus, and the most vulnerable place as a human being we can have. So make sure that you are bringing your unique gifts forward, that you're showing them out in the world, that you're shining like the individual you are. And I mean, these cards are very unusual. This is a very odd looking being, but it's unique. It's beautiful in its own way because it's creating in a system. And here's a serpent. Not everybody thinks serpents are beautiful, but they are. They have a power and a divine connection. So just, oh man, it even looks like there's little pieces of glass. So like I'm saying, quit holding them in because it will cause pain, because the universe wants you to bring out who you are into the world. Okay, who is next? Purple tiles, that was a good one. And I actually ended up picking purple cards for you, which is cool. I love purple energy. Okay, next is Sarah. Hi, Sarah. And I told the last group this, so I'm going to tell you too. Because people have accused me of like, you're this person or that person. My name is actually, like, if you were to meet me in person and I was doing readings, my name is Sarah, and I go by Claire because that is my online persona. So I think we have to always go with what's true to us. Okay, 4 of Cups. Sarah, this is your card. I really love this card. I'll go more into that after I pick out the other cards. I sleep quite well because I don't know how it's exploiting someone to say, way to go, believe in yourself, be out there in the world and really show who you truly are. That's the gift that God has given. That's beautiful. So what you put out is what you get back. Like in this card, this is the karma card. This is judgment. If we put out judgment into the world, we are like more likely to get judgment coming back. If we put love and positivity into the world, we are more likely to get that back. That's just the way it is. That's just how things work. Like, and I think we have to remember that so this is for Sarah. When we're very young, we believe anything is possible. Like there's a mermaid in this picture, and this is a little child, and it's looking down and imagining. It's connecting with the fanciful, with the infinite of what is possible. There are animals on this earth in the sea that we can't explain. We think they're supernatural when we finally find out that they're just actually part of this amazing world we live in. And what we put out, see, this is going out and this is feeding into this water. This is growing something. We will get back. It's not about, like, karma is not about retribution. It's about, if you want good karma, or if you want positive karma, if you want a world where anything is possible, that you believe anything is possible, then that's the karma you'll get, because it's what you're putting out. And think of it like science. Batteries have positive and negative. That doesn't mean that the positive end is good, and that doesn't mean that the negative polarity is bad. They're just energy. It's a circuit. And so if you put out into the world loving, understanding, acceptance, non-judgment, you will get those things back, because it's just a circuit. We are energy, and we work with the environment and the energy to create or manifest our reality. And I think people don't understand that you can't put out a whole bunch of negativity and then expect to get positivity back. It's just impossible, because we are literally just a circuit. So give out what you want. And if you give out judgment, don't be surprised that people judge you. And don't be surprised if your life ends up being very chaotic. But if you also ask to be connected to God and work at the highest possible good that you can give to this world, it's full of hardship. It's not an easy road. And remembering that easy is not always better. Okay, H is next. H. H, I'm going to do this card. Yay, Daniel, I love that. Actually, so some people are asking about specific readings, about the future, about things that are going on. And I, maybe not all of you are have been on my channel, but I do regular readings, and the story I'm telling might, if I didn't get to you, or please check out the other tarot readings. I like to, I make shorts too, little mini readings. So, ooh, we got this again. Cool, H. You got strength. And I really love this, because this is a respect card. Like, if you look at this dragon and you look at this person, they're locked into each other. This is a trusting strength. This is an internal strength and fortitude and trust within yourself, that you are an infinite supply of this strength within you. You don't need, I mean, here's 8 and 8. It's just a lot of internal fortitude. Thank you so much, Mazy. Okay. That is too many. If they come back out, then they were meant to be. Okay. So the Ace of Pentacles and Temperance. I love this because this is like I've been talking about. So taking, you know, your strength back, your fire, your motivation, your momentum, and it being about you. You have this infinity. I just love the imagery here because it looks like this connection. And then taking the seed, this new idea, this new something that's coming in, it's being brought in because you've really honed your strength. You're now sitting in a place where you are strong enough to hold this. This is big. This is a big idea, a big change, and you're watering it. You're tending to it. You are focusing on it. Like here we have the wings, and the wings, you are using that strength to water this and hold this because you are strong enough now. So yeah, it's a good card. I mean, these are really good cards. These are really good. I really like the energy here. And if I like if you put, you know, you have the 8 here and the ace. Anyway, so it's a lot of really good energy. Sorry, I've been doing this for over 2.5 hours, so I'm getting a little loopy. So I'm going to ask my moderator, if I didn't get to you today, I plan on doing another live maybe on Friday, the full moon and Taurus. So that's all about your foundations and stuff. If I didn't get to anyone, please look out for the community post, and you can put your name on there and I can get to you because I really love reading your energy. And so I'm going to ask Speak So Well if I got to everybody that was on the original list. And oh, great. That's great. I hope you do come back. And yeah, please put your name. Yay. New subscribers. That's awesome. I can't wait for you guys to check everything out. Please check out the tarot readings that are already there because they give a lot more information and I can go into the cards a little more. Great. Yeah. And if you turn on the notification, then you'll know when I'm going live and you can get on here and be a part of this because I really love doing this. I actually enjoy doing these lives a little more than recording and then having to edit and then having to come up with all this stuff. This is more of what I would be doing with you guys if I were to interact with you one-on-one. So I really like that. Okay. Yeah, you're a Taurus. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to just pull a few more cards for the collective and see what we get. If I didn't get to certain people, can you put them on the possible list for Friday Speak So Well? Thank you, Mazy. Thank you so much. Okay, so this collective got the seed and the shapeshifter. I love this energy together because this is showing that you always remember who the core of you is. That will never affect the totality of who you are. It can never be changed. It's so deep in there. The nugget of who you are, the pure essence of who you are is always there. But in order to deal with energies that are not in your best light, that end up trying to get within your energy, you change who you are. You adapt. You can change your skin in a way. You can put on a different skin when you're interacting with people because, you know, you've realized that the only thing that matters is who you truly are. Nothing anyone can say or do can change the fundamental essence of who you are. So you will put on a smile on your face or, you know, adapt and interact with people if they're being hostile or if they're being argumentative, because you're not wasting your energy on engaging with that energy. You know who you are and you don't need to deal with that. It can't touch you. Look at how many layers. If this was a tree, this would have been around for a long time, and there you are in the center. Like this, there's nothing that can touch you. So you just have to remember who you are. Focus, you know, keep your eyes on who you are. You don't have to be anyone you don't want. Just because you don't engage doesn't mean that you're okay. I'll just give you guys an example. If you're if someone's being very argumentative with you and they're saying that you're doing things that you're not, they're saying who you are and you're not that person, all you have to remember is it doesn't matter. That isn't going to change who you are if you don't argue with them. Just go, okay, that's your opinion, and move on. And that acceptance that you cannot change who someone else is because their core, their essence is so deep inside that no matter what you do on the outside, it's not going to affect them. And they can't ultimately affect you unless you let them in. And if you let them in, you should really make sure that nobody should be that close to you. That's your own personal space. So I keep getting with this energy today. Ground yourself. Thank you guys. You guys are so the best. Oh, okay, one more. So we just got the seed, and then we have the mother card. And this to me is telling whether you're male or female, treat your internal seed like you were a mother to it. Like that's your little precious egg, and that you have to keep it warm and you have to keep it safe, and you're not going to just let anyone come around it. No, you are the number one here. You always have to be number one. And if you didn't get enough care or love, anything, that you can do that for yourself. It's a lot of work. Look at, you know, it's like a lot of work. This is a snake that's curled and curled around, and then outside of that is a nest. So this is like really holding yourself like you would expect to hold an egg, and then protect it. Protect your internal fortitude, protect your internal light. So wow, that's great energy. So I want to remind everybody, please go to the channel, please subscribe, like, turn on the notifications. And I hope to be back on Friday. So I'll put a community post up, and in the community post, you can write your name, the name that you want me to read for, because it has a different energy depending on what you put there. And I will do my best to get to as many people as possible. We got to, let's see, we did 37 readings today. And we did some collective energy. So that was great. I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys. Please go check it out. And I want to say a thank you so much to Mazy, who is Goddess Hella, and also speaks so well. So I really want to thank them. They were so respectful. They protected me. They protected this room. They protected this collective. And I just want to say thank you to them. Thank you guys so much. You guys are all a wonderful collective. And thank you so much, Speak So Well. Much love to you. Much love to everybody. I love you guys. And I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.